Hey guys, and welcome to another YouTube video. Today the topic is fruit is never the problem, because lately I had a few people contacting me and they said I just cannot tolerate fruits. And I get this question all the time, like, what can I do? I don't tolerate fruit. I get bloated, I get constipated, I have skin issues, my skin is breaking out, everything is worse if I eat fruits. I feel just off. I cannot tolerate fruit. It must be the fruit sugar. I must be intolerant to fructose and so on and so forth. Let me explain that fruit is never the issue. Never, never, ever. And the thing is, we are frugivores, okay? So if you are watching this video, I think you are a human, and humans are frugivores. That's just a fact. We cannot change that. That's a given. And if you are a frugivore, you're supposed to eat your species-specific diet, which means fruits. Some leafy green vegetables here and there, some leaves, yeah. But you should not change that much. This should be your base and you should not stray too much from it. So it's important to know what you are. And for example, if you are a cow, your diet looks different, obviously. If you are a lion, your diet looks completely different. So we have to accept our nature, our anatomy, and then we have to nourish our bodies accordingly to our anatomy, and that's important. And that's why fruit cannot be the issue, because we are frugivores. And if you don't tolerate your species-specific diet, there are other reasons why this is the case. So let's dive into it. I tell you the reasons why you cannot tolerate fruits, and then I also tell you what you can do about it so that you actually are able again to tolerate fruits and eat your species-specific diet, which then leads to optimum health, which we all want, I think so. So, fruit is powerful, okay? Fruit is hydrating. It will hydrate your whole system, which is the key to health and vitality. Your body needs to be hydrated all the time. If you are dehydrated, symptoms are coming up. And symptoms of dehydration are not funny, okay? So please take this seriously. Then fruit is anti-inflammatory. So if you have inflammation in your body, which many people have, fruit will actually help you to get rid of your inflammation in the body. So that's also a good thing. We do not want to have inflammation in the body whatsoever. So eating fruit is important. Then fruit also stimulates the lymphatic system, which is basically your body's waste removal highway, so to speak. So it's important that everything is flowing. Lymph must flow all the time. It's different to the bloodstream. So your blood is always moving. You don't have to do anything about it, but you don't have to do anything for your blood to move. But for your lymphatic system, you have to move. If you don't move, your lymphatic system is also not moving and it's stagnant. And then you will accumulate waste and toxins. And fruit can actually help you to remove toxins also with the lymphatic system, but you also have to move. So that's another thing you have to consider. And all these things like anti-inflammatory, it helps you to detox, okay? So your body will become alkaline instead of acidic. All these things, and also all the enzymes in the fruits, all the vitamins, all the minerals, all the antioxidants and fiber, okay? And perfectly structured water. It's so crucial that you as a human consume fruits. So now you know why it's important to eat fruits. And if you experience symptoms after eating fruits, for example, you are suddenly bloated, or like I said, your skin can break out, or you feel just tired, or you have stomach pain, like also cramping, diarrhea, or constipation, everything can happen basically. And this is really just detox, because it's not possible that you are allergic, let's say, to your species-specific diet. That's just not happening. If you cannot eat fruit, there is something deeper going on. So if you eat fruits, what's happening is that it loses up stored waste, okay? Toxins, mucus, and also old residues from your tissues. And it has to come out somehow. And especially our skin is our biggest elimination organ. So if you start to detox, fruits help you to detox, it has to come out somehow. It comes out through the skin, through your mouth, like you can experience bad breath. It can come out through your nose, like mucus, a lot of mucus. Also through your ears, maybe. Your teeth, you can experience like plaque on your teeth or on your tongue. You can get pimples, and that's just your body helping you. Because remember, your body is never working against you, it's always working for you. And it's always doing its best to support you and to keep you alive, which is a great job. And we should be thankful for these symptoms, okay? So if all these symptoms appear, you should not think, oh my God, I have to stop eating fruit. The fruit is causing all the symptoms. No, it's not a fruit. It's your body detoxing. And that's a good thing, because if you never start detoxing, you will only create deeper and worse problems. So you basically just stop the detox process if you stop eating fruits and start eating processed foods, for example, again, or even worse, animal products. So then your body cannot eliminate anymore. And that's a big issue, because then you, of course, in the moment you feel better because the symptoms stopped, obviously, and you think, oh, okay, great, I just don't eat fruits anymore, and then I feel better. Okay, yeah, but that's just a period of time. You feel better in the moment, but long term you will get worse and worse and worse, and then develop serious health issues. So for example, if you just keep going with your regular Western standard diet and avoid fruits because it causes symptoms, then later down the road you can have really, really serious issues like diabetes, cancer, heart disease, everything. All these civilization diseases, like they call it, they are caused by toxins which cannot be removed from your body. So keep that in mind. If you avoid fruits, you avoid health. And here are some common misconceptions. For example, fructose, okay? People are so afraid of fructose, and in general they have fear of sugar, fruit sugar especially, but that's so sad, because you cannot compare fruit sugar, natural fruit sugar, how it appears in whole fruits, ripe fruits. You cannot compare it to processed sugars like high fructose corn syrup or even just the regular white table sugar. It's a completely different story, and I don't care what Freely the Banana Girl or any other influencers tell you. It's just not true. You cannot compare it. It's like even a child can realize that this is common sense, okay? So if you have an apple, or if you have a cup full of refined white table sugar, it's obvious that the apple is good for you and the white table sugar is not. So please, don't be afraid of fruit sugar. It's a natural thing, and your body actually depends on it, and your health depends on it. If you avoid fruit sugar, your liver cannot work, you need the fructose, you need the glucose in order to have enough energy and to function properly in your daily life. Even if you want to work out and build some muscles, you need glucose and fructose. Okay, so that's really important. Otherwise, your energy will just drop and you will not succeed on a raw vegan lifestyle and on no other lifestyle. You need carbs. You need the simple sugars. So that's a big misconception. Then the next thing is bad food combining. So people think, okay, I don't tolerate fruits, but then I look at their plate and then no wonder you don't tolerate it, because you combine it with meat and whatnot. So for example, a typical day of eating for people is like they wake up and they make their, even health conscious people, they make their porridge, like oat porridge in the morning, and they top it with fruits like bananas and then some almond butter on top or peanut butter, and that's the worst thing you can do. If you combine too much fat with fruits, then of course you will experience problems like most likely stomach pain, bloating. It can be really uncomfortable because the fat is hindering the hormone insulin from working properly. Your sugar cannot go into the cells anymore. It stays in the bloodstream. Then you have elevated blood sugar, and this is not how it should be. And this can then lead to insulin resistance and later to diabetes type 2. And that's what we want to avoid. That's not the only problem. Like I said, you will also not be able to digest it properly because fat and fruits or fat and sugars just don't combine well together. And then another typical example is people have barbecue celebrations, especially now in summer, and then they have meat and all their things they eat. It's really high fat, highly processed oils and whatnot, I don't know, and then bread and spreads like cheese and butter and really like gross. And then they finish with a dessert and it's watermelon, for example. And if you eat watermelon and in your stomach there is already a weird mixture of meat and cheese and bread and grains and starches and oils, everything is in there, it's already a disaster. And then on top the watermelon, that's the end. And then people say, oh, I don't tolerate fruit, I don't tolerate watermelon. Yeah, sure. Because it starts fermenting in your gut and you will just feel horrible. Okay, so yeah, that's just a big issue I see all the time, just the wrong combination. You cannot combine fruits with meat or heavy meals. Just don't do it. Eat fruits in the morning on an empty stomach, then for lunch on a fruit stomach. So you can eat fruit as long as there's nothing in your stomach aside fruit. So if that makes sense. And if you have your last meal for dinner, for example, like a salad with fats, then it's okay, it's good. I recommend it. But after your salad or after your vegetable meal or what, I don't know what you have, you should not eat fruit anymore. This causes problems. Fruit must be eaten on an empty stomach. Then the next fear is, or the next misconception is candida. People think, okay, if I eat fruits, I will have candida issues, or if they already have problems with candida overgrowth, then they avoid fruits. So, because doctors tell them, yeah, candida feeds on fruit and on sugar, and if you eat sugar, also from fruits, then candida will just grow and you will never get rid of it. And that's so stupid. Because think of it, fruit is alkaline in the body, like I said, it is anti-inflammatory, it causes a alkaline environment in your body, and candida is a yeast, and candida will not survive in an alkaline environment. So if you avoid eating fruits, candida will be happy because you will be acidic. If you instead eat high protein meals, so all the dairy products, and you just shuffle in the protein powders and I don't know, then it's really bad because candida will thrive in an acidic environment. So that's also not the way to go. You should eat fruit. You should eat fruit if you have candida or if you want to reverse it, okay? So these are the misconceptions. I mean, there are plenty of misconceptions, but a few to the topic, fruit sugar. So what can you do now to actually start tolerating fruits again and start eating your species-specific diet, how nature created it for you and how you're supposed to eat? So you can really start slowly. Just start with eating fruits for breakfast, okay? So if you, I don't know what you eat for breakfast, but if you don't eat fruits, start now eating fruits and fruits only. So you should not combine it, like I said, with fats or grains or yogurt or I don't know, people have all crazy ideas and they eat fruits like a little something, like a snack, and then they have their main meal because fruit cannot be a meal, and that's a big mistake. Fruit should be the main meal. So if you eat breakfast, have fruit as a breakfast, period. Fruit. There's nothing else you need. You need fruit and then you will be satiated. You will have no digestive issues. I mean, in the beginning you will still have issues, but slowly but surely you will transition your gut microbiome, and then in the end you will finally tolerate it. But there's a little bit more you have to do because sometimes it's really hard for people. So they have messed up their gut over years, and the wrong diet over years and years and years, and you cannot expect that all the issues will be gone within 3 days eating fruits. Sometimes it is like that. So for some people they have really fast results and they see huge changes in a few days. But for most people, I would say it takes a little bit longer because they just messed up their gut throughout their whole life. So it's important to be patient and to stick to your routine. That's another thing. People try a thing for a few days and then they think, oh, it's not working, because all the symptoms coming up again, I switched to another diet. And then they tried another diet for a few days, same thing, it doesn't work. So I switched to this diet and blah, blah, blah. You need consistency in order to see results. You cannot switch from one diet to the other diet and then back to the other diet, and your body is so confused then. So consistency is really, really important. If you are convinced of one thing, just trust the process and do it at least for 1 year. Like, I'm not kidding. Sometimes you need 2 years to see results. It's not a quick fix. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So keep that in mind, that's important. And then you start your day with fruits. I recommend do this for 2 weeks or so. And if you're fine and if this is your new routine, then you can continue with lunch. I don't know what you eat for lunch now, but most people have something cooked, like even if it's healthy, like cooked vegetables with rice or sandwiches with some tomato slices on it, I don't know, pizza, burger, I don't know. Just swap it and eat fruits instead as well. So you have fruits for breakfast. I recommend you have hydrating fruits for breakfast, like watermelon, oranges, all the juicy, really hydrating stuff. And then for lunch, you should have more sweet fruits like bananas, mangoes, figs. Eat whatever you want. Stuff yourself with fruits, like really. You should eat until you're satisfied. You should not be hungry. And then keep your dinner, whatever you're eating, and then do this for another 2 weeks and see what happens. And if the symptoms are still there, you can either think about doing a deeper cleanse or just continue, trust the process, and also change your dinner and eat a big salad for dinner. A big salad, you can incorporate some healthy fats like avocado, olives, or even nuts and seeds. And this is your day structure then. So you have hydrating fruits for breakfast, sweet fruits for lunch, and a salad or vegetable-based meal. It can be anything like zucchini noodles, cucumber noodles. You can make all different kinds of dishes, which I tell you in a second. I have a good resource for you to find the right recipes. That's your day basically. And then you can do this for, like I said, at least 1 year. Give yourself the gift to be raw vegan for at least 1 year and see how your body changes. And if you stick to this routine, like I said, you need to be consistent, then you will see the results and your body will change, your gut will change, and you will finally tolerate fruits, especially because you're not eating any other stuff anymore, which is interfering with the fruits. So if you really stick to fruits only and a raw vegan diet with vegetables, leafy greens, and some healthy fats in the evening as your last meal, then it will benefit you sooner or later. Depends on your situation, on your individual story, like on your health, okay? So it really depends, and it's different for everyone, but it will work for everyone because we are all humans and we are not that different, okay? We just have different stories, different genetic makeup, but in general we are pretty similar. And that's it. That's the way to go. There is another solution I want to mention here because it's important and it helped so many of my clients, and that's the juice cleanse. So if you want to speed up the process, if you're not patient enough, and if you have no time to just deal with the symptoms and you want to get rid of them as soon as possible and adopt a raw vegan lifestyle for you as soon as possible, then I really highly recommend you do the juice cleanse. And my exact protocol is working wonders. You just do it for I don't know how long. It really depends also on the person, how you ate before and how your current diet looks like. But in general, most people are good with 3, 4 to 5 weeks. Like 30 days is a good duration for a juice cleanse. 30 days, okay. Sometimes you need to go longer. Some people just need 21 days. So it really depends. But yeah, do the juice cleanse and then your gut will be completely restored. Everything will flow and your digestion will be on point because your microbiome really completely changes. And it will be able to tolerate fruits, to tolerate all the fiber, all the water-rich fruits, which you are now probably not used to yet. But this will change after doing the juice cleanse. And especially not only your gut, but the gut is our second brain. Our immune system is in the gut. So it's really important to address the gut first before expecting too much of a raw vegan diet. So change your gut, change your microbiome, and then you will see wonders. Yeah, that's basically the strategy I recommend. And after your juice cleanse, you should really go slow, adapting slowly to a raw vegan lifestyle, incorporating solid foods again, step by step. And I also have my exact gut rehab protocol. You can find them in my app Nourished by Coco Anel. I will also leave the link in the description box below. We are such a nice community in Nourished, our platform for holistic health. And like I said, you can find all the protocols there. But not only my Choose, Cleanse and Gut protocol, but also you have so many other options there, like recipes for breakfast, lunch, dinner. Especially if you're a newbie to this lifestyle, it will help you so much. All the resources in our app Nourished are so helpful, and members really can just do it at home. And there are so many videos that help you, and video courses that explain you everything about nutrition and a raw vegan lifestyle especially. So all the recipes, all the meal plans, and we have different detox guides. So if you say, no, I'm not ready for the Choose Cleanse yet, that's no problem. You have other detox options as well. So we have fruit cleanses in there, liver flush detoxes, we have watermelon mono method cleanses. We have so many options, so many different detoxes, and everyone is happy to find an option which is fitting into their lifestyle, into their daily life. That's really nice. All the different options you have in there. I am sure you will find the fitting detox protocol for your lifestyle. And if you are overwhelmed or you don't know how to start, just contact me, and then I can recommend the best next step for you in your specific individual situation. So that's my video for today. I hope it was helpful. So please, if you experience symptoms after eating fruits, please don't blame the fruit anymore. Especially if you watch this video now, you know better. And please be grateful to your body and say thank you for doing the work, for detoxing, for getting rid of all the toxins and making sure that I survive. So you should be grateful for all these symptoms, and they will go away. Trust me, I have gone through all of this. I had horrible symptoms in the beginning, and I did a Choose Cleanse, and I completely replenished my gut and restored my gut microbiome, and it's a completely different life now, let me tell you. You will gain so much more than just a gut microbiome. You will gain more life, basically. You will be able to do things you never did before, because then you will have the energy, you will have the motivation, you will feel just energized and vibrant throughout the day. No energy crashes. It all depends on your gut. So please take this serious and don't blame the fruits. That's my message for today. If you have any questions, like always, feel free to reach out to me. And then I will see you in my next video or in my app. I would really love to connect with you. And I will leave all the links, like I said, in the description box below. Bye guys. Ciao. So much love and peace out. Mwah.